Imagine walking into a boardroom and, plugging just one cable into your laptop. Instantly, the projector fires up in 4K, your battery starts fast charging, and you suddenly have wireless control over the room's main camera. No dongles, no
Mm.
hunting for adapters under the table.
Yeah, I mean, it's the absolute dream scenario for anyone who has ever suffered through like total boardroom cable chaos.
Welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at the engine that makes that kind of seamless setup possible. It's the DVDO USB-C HDMI-PS42-XL.
Quite the name, right?
Oh, totally. It's a presentation switcher from HDTVSupply that runs about $999. Our mission today is to tear down the specs of this highly technical box and see exactly how it streamlines those really complex tech setups.
Right, and the foundation of this device is really its routing capability. It's what they call a 4x2 setup, meaning it takes 4 inputs, so 2 standard HDMI and 2 USB-C ports, and routes them out to 2 HDMI outputs.
Wait, looking at the specs, it notes it pushes 18 gigabits per second of bandwidth. Which, I mean, that sounds massive, but I don't really have a frame of reference. Why does a basic slide deck presentation need that kind of pipeline?
Well, because it's rarely just a slide deck anymore, right? Uncompressed 4K video at 60 hertz means the system is pushing millions of pixels every single second.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, and you add in high-end HDR formats, like Dolby Vision HDR10 plus BYOD, which carries super heavy metadata for color and contrast. You really need a massive data freeway to prevent the video from staggering or compressing.
Okay, so it's basically operating like an elite digital traffic cop. It's keeping the high-speed video lanes totally clear, but it also has to manage the audio traffic merging in from the side, right? Like
Right.
the source mentions embedding and de-embedding analog audio.
Exactly. It can literally pull an audio track out of the incoming digital HDMI stream. That's the de-embedding part.
Right.
And then it sends it to the room's analog speakers. Or, on the flip side, it can embed an external microphone's analog signal right into the outgoing digital video. And it has to manage the timing perfectly.
So the lips moving on screen actually match the sound in the room.
Yep, without breaking a sweat.
That makes total sense. I mean, HDMI and audio routing is sort of the baseline here, but the USB-C functionality is where the real trick is, I
Like,
think.
absolutely. That is because the USB-C ports utilized DisplayPort 1.4 alt mode.
Alt mode, okay.
Yeah, so that single cable is simultaneously delivering your 4K video plus 5 gigabits per second of data transfer, a hardwired 1 gigabit Ethernet connection, and massive charging power.
How does that actually work mechanically? I mean, how do you cram video, heavy data, internet, and electricity into one tiny cable without it just turning into a massive bottleneck?
It all comes down to pin reassignment. So
Mhm.
inside a USB-C connector, there are 24 tiny pins. Alt mode acts sort of like a switchboard operator.
Oh,
It literally tells some of those pins to stop acting like standard data lanes and temporarily become dedicated video lanes. Meanwhile, it assigns other pins to handle the power and the network.
okay, speaking of power, the specs highlight 100 watts of charging. If I plug in my dying laptop, great. But what if my co-presenter plugs their laptop into the second USB-C port at the exact same time? Do they...
Right for the current.
Yeah. Does one laptop just steal all the power?
No, the system is actually designed to anticipate that exact problem. It dynamically splits the draw.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, when both USB-C ports are connected, it automatically divides that 100 watts, delivering exactly 50 watts to each port.
Yeah.
So, both laptops survive the meeting.
Wow, okay. So power and video handle the laptops, but a modern presentation requires actual interactivity. How does the switcher hook you into the rest of the room's hardware?
It does that through a built-in USB 3.2 Gen 1 hub that features 1 USB-C and 2 USB-A ports.
Meaning the room's permanent gear, like the PTZ camera on the wall, the external hard disks, maybe the presenter remote plugs directly into the switcher box.
Precisely. Multiple host devices can just share a single set of room peripherals. When you plug in your laptop, you instantly inherit control of all that gear.
You completely bypass the whole can you pass the dongle dance.
Yes, no one likes that dance.
Exactly. It's about a seamless workflow. You're physically hooking your computer into the room's nervous system, which really explains the $999 price tag. You aren't just buying a switch, you're investing in professional reliability. It's consolidating video, audio, networking, and power into a single invisible hub.
Yeah, it completely replaces an entire messy rack of Audio extractors, network switches, and power bricks.
Just totally gone.
Yeah.
But, looking at a few other features in these specs, like an eye for IR learning and auto display on-off control, it gets you thinking.
About what?
Well, if the room already knows when you plug in and automatically powers up the displays, how close are we to presentation rooms that completely anticipate our technical needs before we even touch a button? Just something to ponder the next time you walk into a messy conference room.